You know that dude with a certain set of skills that he might catch your ass and then beat your ass because you took his child? Yeah, we're on the 365 vlog, but let's get to it. Hello people, today is April 22nd, 2016, day 113 of the 365 vlog, and we're going to be talking about people getting tooken. So the other day I had like this little scare that someone very important and close to me got tooken, and it made me realize a couple of things that I took for granted that I think have been normalized in our everyday lives. I think because we live in a world that is very interconnected and we have a lot of tools and gadgets and shit to all connect to each other, it makes not being connected to someone at a certain time actually a little bit scary. Now what the fuck do I actually mean? Because people will say, oh, I grew up in a time where we used to send letters to each other, and that is the interesting part that got my whole mind thinking about this shit, because I'm like, there was a time where we didn't need a phone or had to rely on different tactics to meet each other or see each other or just not think about certain things that we think about today. So suffice it to say that the whole situation basically broke down to the fact that I couldn't get in contact with someone for a certain amount of time, and I'm normally used to being in contact with that person. And the fact that I wasn't able to contact that person drove me crazy, and my mind sprung into the most craziest spiral of horrible thoughts that could have happened. But then in retrospect, if I think back to when there were no phones or like the connectivity that we have today, this may have not been such a crazy problem. Mind you that phones actually have been out for a while, but the level of phones now is definitely different from what it was back then. So even if I wasn't as connected, a call might have made all the difference. However, that was also eliminated in this case, and that just made the spiral even worse. So it made me think that, is technology's connectivity or our need to be connected to each other driving us to a little bit of a crazy point? I question that myself because of the way I was reacting and how it affected me so. And the way it affected me wasn't because I couldn't get in touch with this person or that I wasn't able to be connected to this person. It's just that I wasn't able to reach them when I wanted to. It was kind of like an instant gratification type thing, like, what is wrong? Why am I not able to talk to you now? What happened? I just saw you. What's up? Like, it was on some like whole taking shit. I was turning into the Liam Nielsen dad, and I was just like, oh shit, I'm paranoid, A, B, C, D. And it's just kind of crazy that our minds just think about these certain things, or how interpersonal relations have changed because of the advancements of technology. That's some like college type shit, I think. But I think one of the things in understanding the situation that did happen, I learned a lot from it, and it allowed me to grow a little more in terms about how I approach things and learning about how to better relate to the person that I wanted to talk to in certain areas and things. I'm being very vague because I don't want to talk about the whole instance in and of itself, but it was just something that made me think that in the future, being prepared for something is better than not being prepared for it at all, because the fact that that instance of something had never happened before also kind of triggered a set of things that if I had just been a little more cautious or a little more prepared, I wouldn't have had to felt so defenseless and vulnerable in that moment and worrying about the person, because I do really care about them. So with that said, one of the things I would advise, like if you're trying to get in contact with somebody that is very important to you, just make sure that you have like a list of emergency contacts. And also another thing, people in this day and age don't remember phone numbers like they used to. So if it's someone important, make sure you do one of two things. Well, both things actually. One, try and remember this person's number, and then ask that person for a list of emergency contacts. So if something goes down, you don't go crazy and feel like you can't contact anyone. You just know who to call if something goes wrong, and try and like maybe build a relationship with that person if it feels weird because you actually haven't really talked to them. Just one of those things that I was thinking about, and I think it'd be like a good thing to have. And just having contingency plans for emergencies in situations that may or may have not happened yet are a good thing for the future and practicing them. Like those people who are doomsday preppers and shit, if that shit ever happens, they are actually pretty ready, I would think, somewhat, even though they had a show like that and it probably got canceled because people got tired of hearing the end of the world shit. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much what I have for you today. Just talking about some ideas about technology and how emergencies can arise, but you need to be able to approach them in a way that can help you and is healthy so you can live your life, or else you'll go crazy and paranoid, and it's just not a good thing to do. But if you made it to the end of this video, don't hesitate to hit the like button, and also if it's your first time seeing my face, don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button because I make new videos every day. But question of the day, guys, what do you think about emergency situations or technology and being interconnected? Like, do you feel like if we were more analog, a lot of issues or certain etiquettes in terms of like talking practices might be different if we didn't have so much connectivity? I don't know if that makes any sense. But if you have any ideas, put it in the comment section down below and we'll talk about it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. But yeah, guys, I'm Vandal. Don't forget to keep it 365, and I make new videos every day, so I will see you tomorrow. Peace. Bye.